Welcome to Hill Country Hustlers podcast. I'm your host, Zachary Green, and I'm here today with Wende Jones, owner of Phoenix Wellness Center. And she's going to come on and tell us a little about herself and her story and her business and give us some insights into how she's become a successful entrepreneur in the Hill Country. So I'll pass it off now. Wende, where are you from? And I guess share a couple things with us if you don't mind.
Okay. Well, I love that you use the word hustler because that's what I think of myself. I guess all entrepreneurs are hustlers, but I grew up in Eastland, Texas, which is on I-20 between Abilene and Fort Worth in a small town. And that's where my love for fitness started. I mean, early on in my high school days. And then I went to college at Southwest Texas State University, graduated from there the last year that it was called Southwest Texas State, which was 98. And moved out to the Hill Country in 2009 and plan on staying here forever.
Nice. What brought you down to the Hill Country?
So I actually moved from San Marcos because I was getting married and moved to a ranch out in Mountain Home to be married. I wanted to raise my kids out there and do the country thing and the homestead thing. So I was a homeschool mom. And we did all the homestead stuff. We had animals and chickens and milked goats and grew a garden and had no TV for many, many years and just kind of lived the little house on the prairie life out there with my kids and love it. I'd loved everything about it. I wouldn't change a thing. It was a bit of a change going from San Marcos to Mountain Home. Yeah. But it was exactly what me and the kids needed at the time, and I literally would not change a thing.
That's awesome. Do you still live out in Mountain Home?
Still do. Same place, and the kids are all grown now. They're 21 to 24, and they all still live in the area. So
awesome. Congratulations.
We're all very close, and we see each other all the time. So it's ideal for me.
Yeah, that's an awesome situation. About when did you start Phoenix Wellness Center or start taking over? Okay,
so in 2019, I started as Fresh and Fit, and we actually started as a gym and a restaurant, a healthy food restaurant. And that quickly got closed down in 2020 with the pandemic. It was like a salad bar business, and so we got shut down immediately. But I was able to keep the gym alive, and so we've been open. That part of the business has been open since 2019. We were over on Ingram Loop in the beginning, and then we moved in 2022 over to where we are now, which is on Blue Ridge. And then in 2023, I rebranded from Fresh and Fit to Phoenix Wellness Center because we just offer so much more than fitness. We are a gym. We're a great gym. We have great equipment, but we also have saunas and hyperbaric oxygen therapy and cold plunge and exercise with oxygen therapy, like a lot of different other things. And I wanted to become more of a broad wellness type place as opposed to just fitness. So, and the reason we changed to Phoenix Wellness Center is because the word Phoenix and the whole rise from the ashes, Phoenix and mythology, I love that. And I had someone tell me not long ago that I should. I've endured some things with my health and just life in general. And someone said to me one day, "You ought to change your name from Wende to the Phoenix." And I was driving home that day, and I was thinking about that and what that meant. And I was like, everybody that comes here, everybody that walks through my door is a Phoenix. Like I get to hear all those stories, from addiction to obesity to health crisis to divorce. I mean, as a personal trainer and a fitness business owner, you get to hear all those stories, And I just thought, I agree. I'm a Phoenix. I'll go with that. But everybody I talk to we all have a story. And I just, from that moment, I knew that's the new name and we have to rebrand and be Phoenix Wellness Center. So it's meaningful to me.
Mm-hmm. That's a really cool story. I like that a lot. That's really neat, especially being able to impact your customers that way and look at them as Phoenixes. I love it.
Yeah. We always talk about how we rise. That's what we do. That's what we just use that word all the time. Rise, rise like a Phoenix. And we all can. And that's the thing that I want to be. I kind of want to be known for that in my community is, if someone would say, Wendy's the girl that can help people rise from the ashes, then that's it can't get any better than that. You know, that's legacy stuff. That's what I want to help people do. And I don't care where people are in their health journeys, life in general, addiction, whatever it is. I mean, we all have the capability to rise from it. And the fact that I get to sometimes be a small part of that journey is just huge for me. It goes so far beyond fitness. And that's what has kept me in it for so long. I've been a trainer now for 32 years. So
Oh, wow.
That's what keeps me in it. Is it's not just fitness. It's not just how many reps and how much weight and how many sets can you do and what exercises are you going to do. That's a huge part of what I do, but it's not all of what we do.
Yeah. You got to build a relationship with your customers.
Yeah, for sure.
Could you speak a little on that and how that is specific to the Hill Country? I guess you may not have much experience elsewhere, but you know, Hill Country has kind of a unique community.
Yeah. One of the things I quickly learned moving out here from San Marcos is that there was a much bigger population that was dealing with addiction, like addiction, drugs and alcohol. And I didn't realize that until I had been here for a little while, but that's not something that I had a huge role in as far as people that I trained in other towns. I mean, of course, some, you know, but I will say on a personal level, I've had addiction very close to me in my family. And I was kind of under the impression that people just didn't overcome that. You know, I had a real negative attitude toward that. And when I moved out here, and I would find myself training, you know, someone that had been sober for 20 years, sober for 30 years, sober for 40 years. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like people really can overcome that. So my perspective on addiction changed just from training people here in the Hill Country. And of course, then realize I didn't know until I got here that that's a lot of what happens, you know, with the treatment centers and things here. But I even got involved and owned a sober living house for a little while and got to kind of see the ins and outs of it. And I think it was important for me because I have never had an addiction, but I just know now that that was something that I needed to understand and know more about. And I like to be a part of that. I like to be a part when people get out of treatment and they're trying to make good choices, like, I mean, across the board, but like what they put in their bodies and how they treat their bodies. And it is such a good time to join a gym and get, you know, physically active. And especially if you can get linked up with a trainer that's really inspiring and motivating, it just makes such a big difference in how the recovery process goes. And I've gotten to see that many, many times. I've had people come, you know, straight out of treatment center, straight to the gym and get started with me. Just, I'm talking day one out of treatment. And it's a journey that I like being a part of. I feel very compassionate now, to where before I came to the Hill Country, I didn't know that much about it. Yeah. But it turned on some lights for me. It makes things that I went through with family members, makes it make more sense. And I feel so strongly now that, just like I said before, that I don't care what you're dealing with. I don't care how low things are, how bad things are. Everybody can overcome. Everybody can. Addiction and everything else. Yeah. It's very empowering to get to be the one talking people through that sometimes.
So I've had family deal with addiction, and I can kind of relate to what you were saying. It's easy to be judgmental. And I appreciate that you said that. I mean, yeah, and really it's the same with obesity and even illness. Sometimes, you know, it's easy to be like, well, how did the person let it get that bad? You know, how did it get so out of control? And it's just like addiction. Things just happen. And but I like to be on the side of it where people are on the upside of that journey and getting to watch. I mean, think about how empowering that is to me. Like I'm the trainer. I'm kind of like in charge of the situation, but at the same time, what I'm getting on a personal level from the people that I train, what I learn from them is incredible. It's very much like a two-way street on that. Like they think they're learning everything from me when really every day when I drive home from work, I'm thinking about what all I learned that day, you know? And here, I mean, I was a trainer at 17. Here I am 50 years old.
and still learning all the time from everybody I get to, speak to.
Yeah. You get to see the Phoenix stories every single day.
I do. And even like I just did a podcast with a girl from San Marcos that I was her trainer back in the day that's lost 289 pounds. I mean,
goodness.
How cool is that to
That's
get to
awesome.
sit down with somebody like that? Like, it's just used to personal training was just plan the workout, go to the gym, try to get them to eat right, put them on a diet and go home. And that's just not the way it is anymore. It's just not, there's so much more. And I can't speak for all trainers. I can speak for me and I can speak for Phoenix Wellness Center, but we're addressing wellness, which is not just the physical part. There's many, many components to wellness. And for a person to truly be trying to get well, it's spiritual, it's physical, it's intellectual, it's interpersonal. There's a whole bunch of components. And so I feel like we get to address all those in our setting much more than, and it's just such a different, we all see the influencers on social media and you can join any app and get any trainer and do the workouts.
Mm-hmm.
But in that scenario, there's just so much that's being missed.
Mm-hmm.
When you're face to face with people at the gym, it's just different. And you know that they've got your back and they're concerned about you and they want to help you not just get strong, but everything else that goes with it. So it's like a nice little package deal.
Yeah. Well, you put like a new definition into personal trainer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Redefining personal. That's good because like you said, you're not really a personal trainer if you're just making a cookie cutter
That's right.
plan for somebody.
I think about it all the time because I see it so much on social media. It's just the worst advice and the worst, things being said. And right now, something that's real trendy is the detox, and we're all learning about the chemicals and how, seed oils and chemicals and toxins and mycotoxins and BPAs and all these things. And all of that is very, very important. But you have to know what you're talking about if you're trying to detox, help someone detox from chemicals. And I see stuff all the time from, 20-something-year-old trainers, and they're talking about being chemical free and while they've got their nails done and their fake eyelashes on. And, I'm like, yeah, you're kind of missing the point. So I do give that advice often. And there are great influencers out there, but there's really bad ones too. And when you're talking about your health and your well-being but even the fitness part, I mean, if I'm cookie cuttering a workout for somebody and I'm having them doing squats and lunges and I don't know that their knee hurts or they had a knee surgery or hips, there's so much that can be missed in doing that. I also offer online training, but it comes with a very in detail conversation before I ever plan a workout because we can do a lot of damage. And, I think when I'm 50 now and I like women in my age bracket and you're going through perimenopause and you've got injuries and you can't sleep at night and you're having hot flashes and all these things are going on. And a 20-year-old personal trainer knows nothing about that. So we just have to be careful who we take advice from.
Yes.
For sure.
That is becoming more and more true by the day, especially with social media. And it applies to a lot of different industries.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But not to go down that rabbit hole, but absolutely correct.
Yeah.
I'm going to change gears a little bit.
Okay.
I'd like to go back to whenever you first started with Phoenix or Fit and Fresh. What were some of the biggest challenges outside of COVID maybe that you had to deal with?
I feel like just having a business here in Kerr County was a little bit tricky at first. Like I had to figure out, what the needs are. There's a lot of gyms here and there's a lot of great gyms here. I have nothing. You'll never hear me say anything negative about any other trainer or any other gym here in town. But to kind of figure out the right niche, the right target market was a little bit tricky at first. And being a woman entrepreneur is just tricky in itself, and getting people to take you seriously. It's not near as bad now as it was 30 years ago when I started. But, sometimes I felt like I didn't get taken seriously as a business owner. And I think that's industry wise too. Like I was the fitness girl, the train, what does she know? And it's become very important to me to try to set myself just different than other entities in town, where I want to be known as the one that's educated, the one that's having seminars at the wellness center, because I want to teach the community about health and wellness and a bunch of different things. I have a holistic mastermind group where I sit and visit with other really, really smart people, and we try to figure out the best ways to help people with health, issues in the community. So it's the tricky part is just always trying to set myself apart from everybody else. How am I different? How am I providing services that are unique and that are needed in this community? And they are. I mean, education is key in my industry for sure. So I'd like to be known as the one who's teaching people about, I want to be the educator. I want to be the teacher. Yeah. I've been in this long enough that I feel like I can fill those shoes. And I went through my own health crisis with Lyme disease, and people that follow me on social media know. I mean, I've been there. I've been sick. I've gone through it too. And education and learning about that is what got me through it. And so I'm just a huge advocate for learning and research. And I really want Phoenix Wellness Center. Actually, now that I have my health back on track, that's with the school year starting now, like that's the next thing, is we're getting seminars scheduled out for the school year on topics that are going to be valuable to people in Kerr County.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's really cool. I didn't know that about you, but I'm sorry you've had to deal with that, but I'm glad you're doing better.
I needed to, though. Like when people, it's one of the lessons I learned from that is people could look at me and not know that I was sick. If I looked at me, I wouldn't have known I was sick, but you don't know what people are going through until you know. And so there was a lot of lessons in it for me. And I know that it's something that I had to go through because I want to help people through it. And then making the decision to go public with that was hard, because I thought I want people to see me as the fitness girl and the healthy girl. And that's who I've always been, and that's who I want to be. So it was a struggle. It was a very decisive, decision on my part to actually go public with that. But it's a very it's a misunderstood and very underdiagnosed illness. And I just felt like I had to. I could think of people as I was being diagnosed I was thinking of people that I had trained over all these years that probably had it and didn't know, based on their symptoms. And the more I learned, I just thought, I've got to tell people. I have to let people know. I believe it's a huge pandemic. I believe that a lot of people have it and don't know. And I believe that it's coming for everyone. I think that it's the most diagnosed chronic illness right now. And it disguises itself as many other illnesses. So it's just hard to find. It's hard to get tested. The testing's terrible. Insurance doesn't cover it. I can go on and on about this illness, but it was something that I needed to go through, and I needed to learn so that I could teach people. So, and I get calls every day because I do talk about it. I talk about my journey on social media. So, not a day goes by that I don't get an email or a text or face something from somebody saying, I need your help. Can I ask you questions? And so I know it was all for a reason, but I want to show people that I don't care what the illness is. Cancer, diabetes, heart, I don't care what it is. We can overcome it, and we don't have to, when we get diagnosed with something, we don't have to own it. It doesn't have to become our everything. It's not who we are. It's just not. And there's a lot of holistic ways to address things now that people just don't know about. And so I like to be that missing link, and not to say anything bad about the medical industry. I've done both routes. I've done Western medicine. I've done Eastern medicine. I've done it all for this illness. And there's things I recommend from all of those components, but it's the education that's missing. And I like to be that link for people.
That's a really cool calling to have. And especially with the Lyme's disease, being called to help people with that. That's amazing.
Yeah. Even just being able to tell someone how to get tested properly, how to find out. just something that simple. It's not like other illnesses where you just go get a PET scan or, it's tricky. And a lot of illnesses are tricky.
Yeah.
And I'm not a doctor and I don't always have the answer, but I can at least point people in a good direction to get started. I can help research. And I tell people all the time, if I don't know the answer, give me a day. Like I know the people, I know the right people, and I can get us an answer. But my best advice to anyone so many people want to work out. They want to go to the gym. They want to get healthy but they've got this thing, whatever it is, obesity, illness, addiction, whatever it is that's holding them back. And so I like to advise people to it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you have going on. You just have to get started. You have to find the right people. You have to find your crowd. You have to find your inspiration and just start. Just start somewhere. And I mean, I tell people just crawl into the gym if you have to, just whatever it takes, Yeah. And people that are scared I forget sometimes because I've always been into fitness my whole life. So like when I travel, I can go in any gym. I'm fine. I feel completely at home in any gym. I will not walk in a restaurant and eat by myself. That's uncomfortable. But you put me at any gym. And so I've realized that it's the opposite for most people, and they don't want to walk in a gym. They're scared of a gym. So I tell people, just text me when you get here. I will meet you in the parking lot and I will hold your hand and we will walk through that door together. Like it's just finding a place to start. That's what it takes.
That's great, because there's a bit of a stigma, I think, around the gym, somewhat unnecessarily, where people are a bit intimidated. They think, I'm going to get made fun of.
And that's such a shame, right? I mean, that should be such a welcoming place. That's actually one of the things I'm most proud of at Phoenix is that's what I get told is how it's not intimidating. And people always use the word vibe, like, oh my God, the vibe here is great.
Yeah.
And it is. And I mean, I could have a bodybuilder on one machine and a 90-year-old woman on the Pilates machine. And, there's such a mix of people. It's not a bodybuilding gym. It's not an old people gym. It's an everybody gym. And there is a great vibe, just a great vibe. And I think that has very little to do with me. I think it has a lot to do with just the members that we have and the people. And right now I'm adding a golf simulator business as a addition. It's literally being worked on right now as we speak. And I think that's going to bring in a whole nother population of people that are just cool people,
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I was talking about before, like finding a niche in Kirk County and what's needed. And I'm not a golfer. I'm kind of a golfer, I guess, but I enjoy golf, but I'm not a golfer. But that's a need here. Golf is huge, and to have an indoor. So what I've done is ordered the commercial. It's a TrackMan golf simulator, and it's going to be in the space next to the gym. And so it will provide a place for people to play golf when it's freezing and when it's hot, year-round golf. And I'll have trainers that specialize in golf conditioning and pros to give lessons on the TrackMan. So it'll be great for, kids that want to learn how to play golf and all levels of golfers. So it's just another way of trying to find what will work here and make it happen. That's part of being an entrepreneur. So fingers crossed it'll have a big impact here for something to do,
Yeah, it definitely seems like it will. The golf community here is very large and a lot of people want to learn it.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat as you. I enjoy it, but I'm not a golfer.
Yeah. It's fun, but I don't know a lot of the technical, aspects of the swing and all that, but I love to go hit a golf ball. So I'm sure I would love having it once it's all set up. But so that's the part, that's the new part of the business I'm trying to get word out about right now is the golf part.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you mentioned your team there for a second. So I wanted to speak on them. How many people do you have under you now?
So right now I have 3 trainers on staff that have been with me since the very beginning, 2019. One of which is my daughter. She just turned 21 and she's a great trainer because she's like, it's probably kind of conceited to say, but she's like me as a 21-year-old because she grew up in a gym by my side. I homeschooled her. And she was an amazing athlete, competitive cheerleader and gymnast. She has 21 national titles in that sport. So, but all my kids grew up in a gym. So when it comes to anatomy and kinesiology and, what movement works, what muscle and opposing muscle groups and flexibility and all. I mean, she's heard this stuff her whole life. So, lucky for me, she enjoys it and wanted to follow in my footsteps because we get to hang out together every day and we try to do funny TikToks and we have a good time together. But she's a great trainer. And then I have Candace and Carly, who are just locals here that have been with me from the beginning. I am in the process right now of revamping the whole personal training setup and the way we do it. And I'm encouraging trainers to basically come into Phoenix and run their own business. And what started this was I have a chiropractor, Josh Bonine, who's a local here in town, that started sharing space with me. And it's been such a good scenario for, he brings in his people, I bring in my people, and everybody needs what they need. And I just thought, it's time to let trainers do that. And I've got a physical therapist coming on board, and she's going to be doing dry needling, and I'm looking for a massage therapist currently, but I also am just looking for trainers who they don't want to work for me, but they just want to come in and run their own business and share space with me. I think that's going to be the way I do that from now on. So,
cool.
So
sounds like a neat idea.
Hustlers, that's the people that I like to be around, like the trainers that want to work and they want to help people and they want a full schedule. And that's the kind of people I'm looking for those positions.
How do you go about looking for people with those qualities, and how do you filter out the ones that maybe just put on the mask and the people that actually have it?
Well, that's what's kind of been the struggle as I've had some trainers come and go. And the typical way trainers do this is on a split. So the trainer works for the gym and there's a percentage split. So whatever the clients pay, the gym keeps a percentage and the trainer keeps a percentage. But I've had a hard time finding trainers I have great trainers. But they want to come in and train a couple people and not so much run it like a business. And it's hard at being in my position because I have to pay the rent. I have to keep the lights on. I have to keep the bills paid. So I need the trainers that are, hustle, 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 bring people in or pay rent to use the space, It's another one of those things I've just had to figure out as I go. Like maybe percentage splits aren't the best way. Maybe to get the hustlers that are really going to work and bring in solid clients and customers so I can keep this place afloat, It is hard to find though. I am hoping to link up with Shriner and try to get maybe some younger trainers through the door. So yeah, this is kind of this is where I'm at right now in business. It's like opening the golf. I want to find some trainers that will specialize in golf. I want to find some golf pros, and I want to find some trainers that have experience and they're hustlers and they know what they're doing that can just come in and run a business. That takes everything out of my, it makes my job a lot easier, and I'm not having to micromanage and pay attention to everything. It's their business. I just want Phoenix to be the hub. I want it to be where people want to go to run their business. Yeah. I've done, I think, a good job of setting up a unique space. And I mean unique, not just to Kerr County, but it's unique. I've been in Scottsdale. I've been to a lot of places, and you can't find anywhere what we offer right here in Kerrville. And I mean that. You can research this. To find a place that has really nice gym equipment, Pilates equipment, hyperbaric oxygen therapy, red light therapy, a chiropractor, a tanning bed, a cold plunge. And I'm talking about a state-of-the-art cold plunge, not a horse trough. We started with a horse trough, so I joke. But now we have a state-of-the-art plunge, a couple of saunas, zero gravity massage chairs, vibration plates. I mean, there is nowhere where you can get all that in one place. It's funny when I have people come in. Actually, after the flood, I had I opened the doors to people in town that were firefighters and emergency response because they wanted to work out. They were here so long, they wanted to work out. So I, of course, welcomed all of them into the gym. And that was the thing that they all said was, oh my God, you have all this in one place. Like we can't find this in, I had, Bear County, San Antonio there. Like you can't find this anywhere in San Antonio. I had, Canyon Lake and people from all over other states too, that are just like, I can't believe you have all this in one spot. I'm like, I know, right? Can you go tell everybody in Kerrville? Spread the word.
Please.
Yeah. Yeah. People still, it's just funny. I'll have someone find me on social media or something, and they'll come in for a tour and they're just like, oh my God. And I'm like, I know, right? It's a cool place.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of that.
That's got to be a cool feeling to kind of blow someone's mind with that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, for people that are trying to get healthy or try to get fit or whatever it is, it's a beautiful thing to just have one place where you can go get all these amenities and not have to do. I mean, I think about like if someone has a gym membership, a tanning membership, they go to cryotherapy somewhere or a cold plunge somewhere, sauna somewhere, and they're paying for all those places. It adds up, and my memberships are extremely fair and accommodating, I would say.
Nice.
So I'm proud. I'm very proud of it.
Well, you should be. That's an amazing feat.
Yeah.
That's really cool to hear. I'm glad it's in the hill country as well. Something this impressive.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what it develops into, especially with the golf simulator.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. I'm having fun telling people about that because I'm just now kind of starting to get word out. We just started the website and the social media for that. So, but today, what is today? August 11th. And I haven't said for sure because I'm having people from the company come install things for me, but we're projecting a grand opening around August 25th. So I'm very close.
Awesome.
So I'm just telling people, watch the website, watch the Instagram page. It's called Phoenix Golf Lounge. And so we are doing a special rate for our founding members, because part of me thinks it might fill up. You know, you have to book a spot to come in, and you can book either 30 minutes or an hour in the simulator. And so if things go according to plan, it'll get pretty full. So we're doing like a founding member rate that, and then when we get full, we're full, you know.
Nice. Well, get on that deal early if you're listening. Get on the Phoenix Golf Lounge website right now. Is it up?
It's up. Yeah.
Oh, it's
all
up.
The information. The only thing that it's lacking is we're gearing up to have our first content day with actually us in the simulator for the pictures and the videos. But it's a TrackMan commercial simulator, so we've got pictures up of what that looks like and all the price options and stuff. Yeah,
good. That's exciting.
We're ready to go. We just need the equipment to be put together. I have to learn the technology. I have to have someone come, do a training with me.
Yeah,
and then we're ready to go.
Awesome. That's really cool. I'm excited to see how that develops. Yeah. I'm sure that'll blow up. There's a lot of golfers in town.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Maybe this will be my claim to fame. Who knows? I know. I keep saying if it goes really well, I'll just keep buying them,
Yeah. Open up a couple more.
Yeah. I'm starting with one, but who knows? It can expand.
Yeah. The exciting life of an entrepreneur.
Again, just having like all those things in one place. I mean, I now have what's considered 4 spaces in this commercial business park on Blue Ridge. And we just keep cutting doors through, but what a cool place where you can be in one room on a golf simulator and maybe meet with a golf pro or have a lesson, and then, walk through a door and you're on a Pilates reformer or the Peloton treadmill or, working out with weights or whatever. Walk through another door and you can be with a chiropractor or a physical therapist or in a yoga class or in a tanning bed. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. The golf straight to chiropractor pipeline is going to be pretty nice.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, for sure. And actually the chiropractor is a golfer, so he's really excited about the simulator.
Yeah, that's good.
It's all flowing really well.
Well, yeah, all those things are pretty well linked up. So having them all in one place is super neat.
Yeah. And someone sent me I guess it was a TikTok or a reel or something the other day. And it said, imagine, it was this cool video, you could tell it was really well done. And it's like, imagine having the place where you can work on your swing and your biceps. And it was just, showing people on a simulator and then in a weight room. And I was like, oh my God, that's exactly what we're doing. It is cool.
Yeah.
It's
don't
totally
have to
cool.
imagine much longer.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, we're getting a little short on time here, but I wanted to give you a chance to share any more exciting news if you have any, or just let everybody know anything else coming out.
Yeah, really, the golf is the new news. And just like I already said, I want people to know what all we have under one roof. We have great social media. I work so hard on content. I feel like that's kind of my full-time job now. So please follow us on Instagram, Facebook. We have a TikTok up now. And I have entered the world of podcasting myself and have some cool guests. So you'll be able to find those soon too on the social media. So yeah,
Cool.
I want people to realize what we've got right here in our own backyard.
Something really special.
Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
It's for everyone, sick, healthy, thin, obese, like everybody has a home there. I guarantee it. Everybody can find a home there. It's my personal guarantee. No intimidation ever.
Well, awesome. So no matter where you are in life, go check out the Phoenix Wellness Center. You'll meet Wende Jones, Hill Country's very own Phoenix.
That's right. Yeah, we're a little hard to find. So let me just say we're on Blue Ridge, which is kind of across from Jellystone Park. And if you turn by the big Mr. W fireworks, the big white fireworks place, that's Blue Ridge. So you turn there and then take an immediate left into the commercial buildings. Okay. There's a welding supply store right there. And then I pretty much take up the whole middle building. We have a big sign now for the golf lounge in Phoenix. So we're a little hard to find. We're not right on Junction Highway, but it's worth finding.
Oh, nice. Not too far away for people. So look them up on social media as well. Find the website. I'll link all that in the post. And thank y'all for listening. And thank you for joining me, Wende.
Thank you for having me. It was so nice meeting you.
Of course, you as well. Well, have a great day.
Thanks. You too.